Welcome back to Mad Talks Football, and Arsenal have lost their quarterfinal game against Southampton 2-1 at the St Mary's. And let's get started with the game. After in the final of the Carabao Cup, after that game, I restrained myself. I said the performance in that game was not that good as well, but I felt like in the first half we were equal, and in the second half I think City were better, and we had we there was a human error from Kappa and whatnot, and I thought it was okay. I sort of accepted it was just a fourth defeat of the season. It was against Manchester City. It was a big final as well, and I sort of I was not that much frustrated, if I'm being very honest with you. Of course I was disappointed. Of course I wanted to win a trophy. It's been almost 6 years that we haven't won a trophy, but I was in a way, what's the word I'm going to use there, I was in a way content. I was not that bothered, if I'm being very honest with you. But tonight's performance, it was disgraceful. It was humiliating for the away fans that who went there, who traveled, and who sang their hearts out. First of all, big credit to the away fans. So every single one of those fans who went there to support their team. You could, for majority of the game, you could see that they outsung the home team, and that just shows you how good the away fans were. But that's the only good thing that we had on the pitch, if I'm being honest, because on the pitch we were absolutely disgusting. That it was such a bad performance. I don't know what was going on there. I understand, I said in my prediction video as well, that it was going to be a tough game after the international break, going away to St Mary's under lights, and with the way that Southampton have been playing on, they are undefeated in their last 14 games. Now it becomes 15 games. So I knew it was going to be a tough game, but you would expect an Arsenal side to go to St Mary's and get a result. It's a quarter-final of a competition, and especially after that you have already lost a final, the fans are expecting something good. And again, I would accept losing a game when you have played good. I would accept in a way that my team tried really hard. But today, oh my god, where do I start? From the goalkeeper up until the striker, everything was wrong. I think the manager wanted to rotate. I don't really blame Arteta in the way because in my opinion, right, he picked the correct 11. I think he had to rest some of his players. We have a Champions League night coming up. Some of his players were not available as well, so he had to do the rotation. I think the squad that the 11 that started, that they should be beating Southampton. It's not a given that you should beat teams. I said that in my review video of the Chelsea versus Portwell, that everybody thought Chelsea should win, but you need to go out there and do the job, and that's what has happened with Arsenal. Everybody expected Arsenal to win. Everybody expected it to be a tough game, but in the end everybody thought that Arsenal should win, but they did not. And the problem for me personally, that the thing that angers me is the performance. It was a horrible performance. Nothing was clicking for Arsenal. I think there was very few moments where something something was happening. We did not create enough, and the things that we created, right, it was nothing really special. The only players I can say that had a good game, that's only one player, to be very honest with you. I think Max Tauman was the only bright spot in the entirety of that 11. I think Martinelli created a couple of good chances, but that's it. I think the defense was really poor. Mosquera had a good a good save early on in the game when Gabriel misjudged the header. I think that was the only good thing Mosquera did. I'm not going to blame Mosquera that much. I think he had a pretty okayish game, but Ben White, I felt he was really bad tonight. I'm a big fan of Ben White. I think he's a great servant of the club, but misjudging that header, allowing them to score that first goal, and overall I think he was not really up for it. On the left hand side, Miles Lewis-Skelly, he cannot play left back. Arteta needs to I think he knows that this as well, but he needs to stop with this experiment of playing him on that left hand side. If he has to play, he needs to play in the midfield, because he was basically invisible. He really did not do anything in that in the midfield as well, and in on that left hand side. It's basically playing with 10 men up front. Gabby Jesus, I love it. I love him. He was really good when he came in. His interview was with Rio Ferdinand was really good. But on the pitch he was abysmal tonight. It's playing it's like playing with 10 men when Gabby Jesus is playing. He does not have the pace required to play now. And then if you are not able to play against a championship side, I mean, what else can I say? It was a terrible performance from him. I think Havertz was really good in that 10 position. He needs a run of games there. Gyökeres comes in and he scores, and when Gyökeres scored that goal, I really thought now we were going to go ahead and win the game, and we created a good amount of chances as well. That partnership between Havertz and Gyökeres is working really good. Madueke was really bright, but again those decision makings, I think the first half really costed us the game, if I'm being very honest with you. And I think all those players that started that first half, I think it was a horrendous display from them. It did not look like that. It felt like they were the Premier League side and we were the Championship side. That's how bad we were, if I'm being very honest with you. And then the second half, Arteta made those changes, and I'm going to give credit to Arteta. Of course, he used his bench very nicely. He brought in Madueke, he brought in Gyökeres, he brought in Calafiori, and the moment Calafiori came in, you could see the difference between him and Miles on that left hand side. But again, the way that we conceded the second goal as well, I mean, it was really terrible. You don't expect Arsenal to concede goals like this, but it was their night. I'm not going to take anything away from them. Southampton were really good. The fans were up for it. It is probably their biggest game of the season. They are fighting for those promotion places as well, but this is like they are going to go to Wembley. It's a big deal for Southampton, and as much as they were good, I personally believe, and I think Arsenal made them look really great. I think they were good. We made them look great because we were terrible. I think it was a pathetic performance, and every one of those players should be ashamed of themselves to give out a performance like this. 2 weeks ago, we were aiming for a quadruple, sorry. It goes down to a treble, and now it's supposedly down to a double. I said after the video in the Carabao Cup final that for me, I want to win the Premier League. I don't give a fuck about anything else. Of course, I would love to win everything else. I would have loved to win the quadruple. I'm not gonna sit here and deny it. But for me, Premier League is the main target. I've been supporting this club for almost 20 plus years now, and I have not seen my team in the Premier League. So for me, that is the main thing. And now I'm always I'm one of those guys. I'm like an optimist. I always support my team, and I always try to look at the brighter picture, but I cannot, to be very honest with you. Tonight this is the first time in this season where I'm a bit apprehensive. I'm quite angry. I don't want to show it on camera, to be very honest with you, but I'm really pissed because that was a really disgusting performance, and that's not what the standards of the club are at the moment. And as I said, the players should be ashamed of themselves. We really need to buck up, to be very honest with you. We have a Champions League quarterfinal against Sporting, but as I said, my aim is for the league. And the way that Manchester City have played today, the way that they dismantled Liverpool, that they are really picking up form at the right time, and our performances are going down. We are getting injuries. Gabriel went out in the 86th minute. That's again going to be a concern. We did not have Rice, we did not have Saka. Some of our players did not play completely. So it is feeling like a deja vu, if I'm being very honest with you. As I say, this is like the first night this season where I'm a bit concerned, and I'm feeling a bit iffy because the things are not looking really good. The stars are not aligning for Arsenal, if I'm being very honest with you, and it looks like stars are aligning for City. I hope it doesn't happen. I still think that 9-point gap is too much, and Arsenal need to fuck up in a massive way to give Manchester City a chance to win the league. But if we keep on playing like this, the way that we play today, if the performances are like this, then we are going to fuck it up in a humongous way, and we are going to lose that lead. But I really hope it doesn't happen, and we Arteta gives them nicely tonight, and he tells them how much of a fuckery they did tonight, because again I am trying, as I said, I'm trying to control my anger because it was terrible. It was hard to watch, and the way that they were playing, completely getting dominated and bullied by Southampton. Like, for fuck's sakes, at Southampton, I accepted it against Manchester City in that second half because it's Manchester City. I would accept it in Europe if you are against Real Madrid or a Bayern Munich. I would accept it. But getting bullied and dominated by Southampton, they're in the fucking Championship, and you're doing this. I mean, yeah, so yeah, quite a terrible performance from Arsenal. Again, congratulations to Southampton. As I said, no disrespect, but they really deserve to go through because they were the better team on the night, and I hope and I really hope they're going to win the entire thing, because I would much rather them winning it than Chelsea or Manchester City. So yeah, that's it from me in this video. Let me know what you guys thought of the performance in the comment section below. And do you think Arsenal are going to bottle it, the Premier League and the Champions League? Let me know in the comment section below. Like the video, share it as well, click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. Until next time, bye bye.